They weren't always teenagers, I'll tell you that. Did you know that? They're mutants, they're turtles. I was around when they weren't even babies yet. They were zygotes, and they weren't even mutants. They weren't even turtles at the start. So that was pretty cool. I had a job, I was driving bus. I was kind of like an itinerant bus driver. I was going through a bus phase in 82, 83, 84. And had just got my license and was excited to drive bus. And I was driving this one bus, I think it was the 23 bus. Peter Laird gets on the bus one day and he's messing around with publishing. He's putting out these comic book style magazines. And there's one called Scat, and he's got a box of them, and he drops it in the back seat. Normally, I would get up and clean my bus. I keep a tidy bus, but I didn't get a chance. Things are busy, weather's bad. Drop Pete off, pick up another guy, Kevin Eastman. Kevin Eastman, enthusiastic guy, a haircut wouldn't work on me, skinny little kid. He jumps in, goes to the back, sits on that seat, picks up the Scat magazine. That's the name of the magazine. He looks at it. I look up in the mirror. I can see him. He's freaking out. Turns to the lady beside me and goes, "Oh my God, look at this. This guy's right from around here." I say to the old lady on the bus, "Helen, haul ass. I got shit to do." I drive straight over to Pete's place, pull that bus over, open that door. Kevin's like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" I said, "You like that magazine, kid? You like that magazine? You want to see the guy that made that magazine? You want to see the guy that made that magazine?" He's right in there. Kevin hops out, jumps in, goes in the house. Now, I wasn't in the house. I dropped him off. I don't have time to wait. I got to get back home, grilled cheese. And so I heard about this later. Kevin walks in. He sees Jack Kirby original page from The Losers sitting right there. He goes, "Jack Kirby's my favorite." Only he said it like Kev. "Oh my God, Jack Kirby's my favorite." And he meets Pete, and he says, "Are you the guy that made this magazine, this Scat magazine? I always wanted to draw a comic, draw. They say draw. I always wanted to draw comic books." And they get together, and they start jamming up ideas. We start hanging out a bit. We're over there one night, we're watching A-Team, and I see Petey sitting on the big comfy chair, Kevin's on the rocker, and they got those lap pillows, and they're doing this little, drawing, whatever. I hear Kevin go, "Oh my God, this is so great, look at it." Flips it around, and he's got a turtle with, I believe it's a nunchaku strapped to his wrist. And Pete's like, "Oh, that's great." But he's going to beat him. And Kevin goes, and he takes it. And then they write Ninja Turtle. And then Pete's like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And Kevin's like, "Oh my God, I got to do this." And he draws these four. And he draws them, and he puts this little title over top. And he's like, if only we could do a comic book and we could figure out the story behind these guys. And he's like, "We should make some animals that are doing some ridiculous stuff." I mean, like anthropomorphic creatures. And they're like, what? Anthropomorphic animals like Porky Pig. Why don't you do like a Porky Pig, only instead of him being a Porky Pig, he's like a Samurai Pig. And they're like, "That's stupid." I said, "Well, pick another animal. Pick a more fun animal. What about an echidna?" And they're like, "What's an echidna?" Everybody knows what an echidna is. Look it up. ECHIDNA. Echidna. Everybody knows that. It's a southern hemisphere marsupial. With little spines. Looks like a hedgehog. The echidna. They're like, "Nah, we don't want to do an echidna." I said, "What if it was an echidna with a 357? No, they go their own way. That's fine. That's their business. Fast forward, and these crazy yahoos, these kids up there, they're making this thing. They're going to do this. They're going to make the story of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'll be honest, I'm the naysayer. I say it'll never work. This isn't going to pan out. They say, "No, we're going to go ahead and do it." And they're looking for money. Can they borrow some money? Not me. Bus driver's wages? You kidding me? That is serious French fries and gravy addiction. No chance. They borrow some money from Uncle Quentin, Kevin's Uncle Quentin, lends him some bucks, and they go to a printer and they start making this comic. And it's an oversized comic. Oversized. It's not a normal size comic. It's oversized. And they make this comic, and I think they got like 3,000. They got the boxes in the house. You got the pictures, right? You got the pictures of the boxes. It's ridiculous. Now you're at the comic shop, and they don't fit in the racks. So where does the comic shop proprietor put those comics? They put them beside the cash register. So all these kids that go to get their comics, I buy my comics. I go to get my X-Men comics. And I'm out at the front, and I'm saying, oh, you got that turtle comic? It's not going to fit in the stacks. And they go, oh, yeah, no, it's sold out. And I said, what? I said, pardon? I said, excuse me? All sold out. Put them by the cash register. Every kid that got his stack walks through. What's this? Funny. Put it on the pile. Take it home. Sold out. I go back, done the shift that day, stop off at the place. I go, have you guys been down to the comic shop? Kevin's like, oh, yeah, it seems to be doing pretty well. I said, pretty well? It's sold out. It's a hit. And so, it's like, what? Is it a regional hit? I don't know. It did well for, like, it sold some comics, right? They shipped, I don't know, the 3,000 or whatever. They made some more titles, and they sell some comics. They hire some kids. They make more comics. I know those guys to this day. We still hang out once in a while. We get together. We chat. It doesn't come up a lot, the turtle thing. I always say to them, you could have had those echidnas. But they got a movie or two or something, I guess. Maybe a little sleeping bag with a couple of the turtles on it. I don't know, like a dinky toy or something like that. I don't know. Look, I was there at the start. I don't have to be there for everything. I can't follow everything. I can't be there for, well, I guess I was there for everything. I just kind of, you get busy and you miss a lot of stuff.